Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. It's Tuesday, October 19th. We're going to talk about GameStop, S&P a little bit, some of the SEC report from Gary Gensler, and of course technical analysis and some option trades. We're doing sub up, like up, comment down, happy money sticks around. Let's see here. Okay. Yes is good. We'll leave it. Yeah, today SPY keeps just doing this. It's kind of absurd, actually. Like, one of the ETFs that follows the biggest market cap companies in the world just does this. It just seems so erratic. Very erratic behavior, in my opinion, to be so overbought multiple days in a row. This is on the hourly chart, so on the daily, yeah, it still has room, but remember back here when I said it's flipping bullish, and I was hoping to get an entry long here, and then each day, really, but there's been no opportunities. It's literally just been gap up, melt up above VWAP all day, and continuously being overbought. So even that first gap up day was already overbought. And it literally hasn't come down since then. It's just gone further, which is crazy. But my price, I don't want to say price target, but kind of what I was thinking, I don't think we'll make new highs. I still don't think we will. But yeah, when I said it looks like it's flipping bullish, we had this RSI divergence down here, and then we did have it bullish, and then it did this weird move, but MACD stayed bullish, and there's our move from it. So pretty big move. Could have done well if you, I guess, bought some calls here just 1 week at a time. I bet there's some 2,000-3,000 percenters in there, but I didn't. I watched it. But what I was saying before was I don't think we'll make new highs, so probably just retest one of these highs. I think I actually even put, yeah, this was about where I thought we'd probably peak out at. Test one of these highs back here before we come down, but then I think we actually have a gap to fill. Yeah, so there's a gap up there too. It's possible we go up and fill that still. That's 452.85. Not sure if we'll fill that tomorrow. 450, 452.85. Might fill that tomorrow, but I don't think we're going to break new highs. Good opportunity maybe to short the SPY. However, if we do break out new highs, yeah, sky's the limit. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, of course we have all these gaps too, so I think it'll come down, but might have to fill that gap first. This thing's so overbought though. Yeah, yikes. GME on the other hand, also very strange price action in my opinion. Just a U pattern here, which is I've not really seen before. Down here, so when we got to there, this was all signs of, okay, it's finding a floor, this is very good, it's going to consolidate and then set up for another rally, just like it did here. But it was doing it here, and then it kind of did the first little run up on the consolidation, and then it didn't come down, and it just kind of kept grinding up. So yeah, maybe it's kind of a price action to get people to sell. I'm not sure, but it is kind of abnormal. And yesterday I was like, maybe it's just gonna keep going. This is interesting. But I did get calls yesterday. Didn't sell them this morning in the volatility, which I should have. But yeah, some of them are up probably about 100%. At any rate, I've sold out now, so now it has the permission to rocket. No, I sold out because the divergences here. We have 3 RSI divergences with these different price actions. So it's not working out perfectly on the hourly, just because it's kind of a cluster of candlesticks. But if you look at these highs, it's lower than these highs. These highs are lower than this high, and the RSI on each of those peaks is coming down, as well as the MACD. The MACD really diverged here from this high to this high, so lower high in the MACD. I think this one, it's not, yeah. So this MACD is higher, but we have those divergences. MACD did also flip bearish on the hourly. This is all the hourly. That being said, though, these last few hour candles have held up above the 9, even though they were below it for quite a while, and then just made these long wicks, and here we are 30 minutes into close, and we're back at VWAP. Big volatility day just to end up at 0.87 plus, right at the VWAP, from 192 down to 184, almost a $10 swing today. And yeah, I think we will probably come down now. Kind of like this move here, I guess, but I'm not expecting us to make new lows, not at this point at least. I wanted this rally to keep going somehow. We even drew this little trend line here, and I was like, it still hasn't broken it, actually. I mean, where are my points on here? Right here, which was from last week. That was from Friday. That low, and then my other one's this low down here from 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So I was like, maybe, I mean, this is kind of a crazy ascending line it's building, and it respected it today. So I don't know. I don't see it keep going like this, but I guess I've got lots of shares in case it does. So, but I did get a bearish play on GME, I guess, as a hedge, if nothing else. But I feel like we're probably going to come back down here, and they're going to want to do it with a lot of violence and velocity to scare people. So possibly back here, I think this 174, maybe 175, find a support. Could be wrong though. I mean, higher highs, higher lows, but I just don't see it happening after this just downtrend to just do that swoop. Kind of strange. The 4 hour looks good. You can see the divergence back here on this RSI from here to here, and then it kind of did this bull flag and then kept rallying. So sometimes it'll do more than one divergence before it corrects. Today was pretty good volume too. So a lot of that I think was the SEC report and basically Gary Gensler. I'm not going to go over all of it, but it's a lot of stuff that we kind of already presumed. I don't think it's all exactly right. Not to challenge the SEC, but it doesn't seem like it's all exactly quite right. But at any rate, it does do a lot, I think, because it pretty clearly spells out that January is not the short squeeze. They say it was other things, mostly I think just retail buying pressure. They don't even say it was a gamma squeeze or covering of shorts. He kind of words it. I mean, he leaves it pretty loose how it's worded, but he gives it an option. So I think so. You could think there's some gamma ramping that was going on, and then maybe some. No, I don't even think actually mentions any covering of shorts. The options data also shows more puts than calls, and that's why I think it wasn't a gamma. I think it was to hide their naked position, and then once the buying pressure stopped, they could use those to short it, among other avenues they've used. The ETF also that he has in the report shows that shorting the, I think, XRT ETF went up astronomically high during that time. So it's clear they're using that to short. The metric that he used in it was, he said, like around 100% short interest, which they changed the formula for how they do it. Or one is S2 Partners formula, and the other one is the original formula. I don't know, but basically 100% because it's of the total shares that's shorted and not of the float. So say there's 75 million in the float, and then there's 150 million shorted. So the old rules would say, oh, that's 200% short interest. But the new kind of way they changed it, so it didn't seem like there's naked shorting going on, was of the shares that are traded, or of the, I think of the shares that are traded, or of the shares that are basically out there. So it's including all the shares. I don't know. It's kind of confusing for me at least. But at any rate, I think what it does do is, I mean, there's some crazy stuff. So it basically, the head of the SEC basically said GameStop has not had a short squeeze yet. He didn't say it's going to happen, but that's huge for anybody reading it or deciphering that from it. Like, wow, so you're saying there's a chance the short squeeze could still happen. And I think part of the buying pressure and the volume we're seeing today was probably from that. Just the fact that is still a possibility, and all these crazy people on Reddit and whatever they might be right. So here they changed the formula to calculate it. It used to be shorts divided by the float. So 140 million shorts on 100 million float would be 140% short interest. Very straightforward formula. Now the formula is shorts divided by shorts times the float. I think I'm doing that right. So plugging in the same numbers leads to 140 million divided by 140 million plus 100 million, 58.3% short interest. Don't use this for short, never go above 100% anymore. That's why shills. Yeah, and I think it's two different ways to do it, but basically that's that. The bullet point, that's a good one. So I think we saw a lot of this is just hilarious. Actually, this is a good read. So this was from the Robinhood, because the Robinhood was getting sued or whatever, and this was what was reported at that point, 226% on January 15th, and it ramped up, and SEC just said it was not a short squeeze, but it's from buying pressure, and then it just plummeted. So where did all these shorts go? Because when you close a short position, you're buying the stock. They're the most secure buyers you can count on, is someone shorting a stock, because they're going to buy it at some point. They're the best buyers. You know, someone just going long, they might not go long. Might say, I'm not going to go long. Someone that's sold short, they are going to be the most confirmed buyers. So where do they all go? That's what I want to know. That's kind of the whole thing here. And I think that's why we did have some volume today and some price action. Could be a lot of different stuff. I'm not sure. But they didn't let it run. Didn't let it rally. Shorted back down. On iBorrow, nothing's really changed. But just having that SEC thing out is kind of interesting. Even Meet Kevin, look at this title of this video. GameStop short squeeze never happened yet. SEC report. He's got a big following. This dude ran for governor of California, and he's got millions of subs. And so I'm sure there was some FOMO buying from him, and then as well as some other articles. I haven't seen a lot of the mainstream media, but I'm guessing a lot of that was saying, oh, the short squeeze was over. You know, they're getting bored with it. I saw that one. Short sellers are getting bored with GameStop, so they're closing their position. like when a short seller closes its position for some reason, the stock price goes down. They're bored with it, so they decide just to close, and there goes the price. Anyways, yeah, I think we're gonna come down to price action this week. Unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong, but yeah, let me show you guys some of the plays we got into. IRNT chart looked really nice. I got calls here. Wow, it really messed up that order. I got some calls on IronNet. This one's been heavily viewed. I think this actually has a really high short interest too. This is one from probably a good company and maybe a good long term, but unfortunately it's been cursed by Wall Street bets, for better or worse. And so it's been through some volatile times, but right now we've got this RSI divergence here. And nice price actions, nice big green candle over the 9. Bullish MACD crossover, as well as now setting up a bull flag coming into close. So I got some calls on this somewhere around here, or maybe they were yesterday actually. When did I get these? No, I got these today. Yeah, I don't know when I got them, but they're up quite a bit. This one, I mean, it could run a lot. This has had a, you know, this had a run up to 47. So I got $13 call for next Friday. So kind of aggressive. I'm hoping that it fills this gap up here in the 16 range. We will see. That might be an awesome play, hopefully. So those calls I bought on GME, unfortunately, I had to take a loss on them when I closed them today. Should have closed them this morning, would have made a few thousand, but I held through the excitement, as you shouldn't do. But I'm not trying to just scalp calls here. I'm trying to have calls that will be a part of the squeeze. You know, 100% is fun, 203, 100%. I'm looking for like 15, 20,000%. So, yeah, I should have sold them though in hindsight, of course, but if it keeps rallying, then you're gonna miss out on a big move. I've closed those. Small loss, not too bad. I think with it coming down, I'll be able to recoup those losses and maybe make some more, selling more calls. Kodak back in business. Kodak. No, I'm just kidding. Looks very good on the chart. This hourly candle brought in a ton of volume, 4 million volume, and the average during the day is maybe like 100,000. So this one, I wouldn't say it's squeezed. I don't know what happened on it. Just basically, this was like one of the first retail rally stock movements of, I think, 2020, I would say. Probably been happening for a long time, but with how the internet is now, I think it's probably a lot more prevalent. Back here, so I was trading back here. This has been a dead stock for years and years and years. So here's Kodak. That's 2013. I don't know if this chart goes all the way back, because I'm pretty sure this has been trading much longer than 2013, but it's been down in the $1 range for years. And I remember reading stories about it when it shot up to $60 from like $2, of just like these retired folks that have still had it in their portfolio, and and they just hold on to it forever. And I think it had a dividend at one point, and then it shot up to $60 a share. And anyways, it's been volatile. It's had crazy spikes, and I got back into it. It's been a long time. I think Kodak's ready for another rally. Hopefully up. We'll see. Bullish on the MACD. Daily, we've got green over the 9. I mean, this rally really started last week or so, but hard to know. We also have this divergence here. Higher RSI than here, lower price action, higher on the MACD than here, and lower price action. And then today's volume's wicked big. So got some calls on that. They couldn't get a good fill. Oh, look at that. They're actually up a tiny bit. There's a pretty big spread on it, and there's not a whole, it's not very liquid. So anyways, got some 9.5 calls for next Friday. So October, 29th. Hopefully those do well. And then I opened up a put debit spread on GME. It hurts to do it, but I do that instead of covered calls overnight, just in case there is news. The loss on this will only be, $246, and max profit's $1,254. That's if GME closes below 175 by Friday. I think it is going to come down and test that range. That's why I got that strike. Feel like they're going to bring it back down to this like 174 area, and might not be. I don't know. It might not be there. Might not close there. If they still have control of it and we haven't started squeezing or pinching or rolling over or whatever by Friday, I think it'll probably get down there, but then probably cruise back up to that max pain of 180, because I think max pain's still 180. So at any rate, if I'm wrong about that and GameStop's at $1,000 a share tomorrow morning, I'll only lose $246. Whereas if I sold 8 covered calls, and then tomorrow morning those covered calls that I sold for, say, $200 a piece are then worth $15,000 a piece, then I'm in a lot more than I want to be. That's naked shorting. That's why you don't do it. You gotta be careful. So yeah, that's what I got. I guess today we got pretty good performance. 2000 plus. I don't know how that's from. I think that's from the CS crazy weird spread. Yeah, so we're probably down a little bit on the day, especially because I had to close those moves for a loss. This is still looking bearish to me. Bearish MACD. The divergence is similar to what we saw. I mean, we saw it in a big way back here on the daily. Daily is a better use of, I think, divergence, but we saw it here, the 3. It did it in 3s, and then it pulled off. So I don't think it's going to be anything like this, but I do think that this rally has been somewhat fake and manipulated. Oh, Kodak. Let's see a run. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Come join us on Discord to chat. We share our plays in here and chat during the day about what's going on. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.